Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Millie.
And we're mother and daughter. This week we had 2 matching piercings in the school summer holidays. What are they?
We had a belly button piercing and a nose piercing.
Yes, and I was actually very scared. You talked me into having my nose pierced. How did you do that?
I basically hyped her up and said she's always wanted it, and I want it, and that I'd do it if she did it. So now we're here.
And I actually have a nose phobia, so I don't like anybody touching my nose. And if you hadn't been so brave for me, I wouldn't have had it done. Do you think anybody at your school has had their nose or belly button pierced in the school summer holidays?
Probably not. Not many people actually do that in the summer holidays, and especially as we got to.
So at the start of the holidays, you actually had your cartilage pierced in your ears.
Yes.
We thought that was where it was going to stop, and then 3 happened at once.
Yep.
It's really weird because growing up, I wasn't allowed to have piercings, and it was this whole generation of rebellion. You know, your parents say, you can't have this, you can't do this, you're too young. Whereas the way that I parent is to treat you like an adult, like an individual, for you to have your own style and to actually say, okay, you're actually very, very different to me. We're kind of polar opposites. But that makes you really happy as a mum to know that I'm not forcing you to be a certain way. You are choosing to be yourself. And I would not have you any other way than how you feel perfectly comfortable. So high five for that. Do you think that I'm like other mums?
I don't think you are. Not many mums are particularly like you, considering you're the youngest parent in like my friendship group. All their mums are like mid-40s, going on 50s.
Yeah. How do they dress?
All very conservatively. Like they dress in like jumpers, occasionally jeans.
Do you remember growing up that I was always in jeans and baggy jumpers?
Yeah.
Because I tried to be a mum. I love being a mum, that comes so naturally to me, but to look like a mum, because I didn't fit that stereotype of, wearing sandals and carrying wet wipes and stuff. I tried to be like that, and for so many years I lost myself trying to be a mum, and then I forgot what it felt like to be a woman, to be an individual, to go on a date, being a single parent, you know. And I think you can't get swept up into that stereotype. I tried to live a way to please other people with how I looked by dressing frumpy, not wearing bright colours and the things that make me happy. And ultimately, I lost myself. So I took out 21 piercings when I became a mother. I covered all my tattoos, and I tried to be something I wasn't. And I can still be a mum in a bikini. I can still be a mum with tattoos and piercings. You are a very well-educated, eloquent, sophisticated, wonderful soul. And whether you wear yellow, black, pink, blue, purple, it should not make a difference to your life. Surely, however you feel to dress and feel most confident in yourself, that is what is most important for you. How do you feel that you dress compared to how I dress?
I feel like I dress very differently. Obviously, I wear darker colours. I wouldn't usually wear yellow.
No. It's nice to see you in colourful ones.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
But I just find darker colours more comfortable, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's just...
Is it because you feel like you blend in, that you don't stand out as much, that you kind of shrink into the background and there's not that attention of somebody saying, look what she's wearing, because it's a very neutral kind of colour?
Yeah, I guess
safe.
Yeah, I would say that, because obviously like you're in the public eye very much, and I think it's really like contrasting where I'm wearing dark colours to try and stay away from that.
Yeah. Do you think you do that because you don't want to be like me?
No.
You're like the opposite of me.
No, I think you are fantastic as you are, and I think you're really cool.
Yeah.
And I would love to be like you, but I'm not.
No, because you're you. Yeah. So if you tried to dress like me and I tried to dress like you, like we've just done, I actually did kind of like wearing black, but I wanted colour, I wanted life and excitement. And I think when you wore pink, how did you feel?
I didn't mind it, but it wasn't my favourite.
You looked so beautiful. It gave me goosebumps. Even now, it gives me goosebumps to see you in colour, because it's something that I love. But I know if you wore colour to please me, it wouldn't be for you, it would be for me. So wear what makes you happy, do what makes you happy, pierce what makes you happy. But ultimately, when I was growing up, children would rebel. So if their parents said, no, you can't have this, they would get a compass from a maths classroom and pierce their own ear, get an infection, hide it, not tell their parents what was happening. Whereas I would rather you say, Mum, I want to do this, and I say, let's look at this reasonably, let's do it together, make sure it's safe, and I'll help you to heal. And if you don't like it, you can take it out. It's not there for the rest of your life. So it's that notion of you are an individual, you have your own life, you have your own mind, and let me help you live safely. Rather than kids, running off drinking neat vodka and ended up in a hospital. Let me show you the tastiest mixes that you can put with that when you're old enough to have it and be safe. So yeah, just love life and live for you. And even though I love you in yellow and pink, I'm glad that you find your happiness in dark colours. And together we kind of complete that picture, don't we, really?
Yeah.
And that's all you can hope for. So thank you for joining, and I hope that sharing our story of how we live and what we love brings you self-acceptance and awareness in your own lives. You know,